Director of FBCCI as our panelist today. As a vote of thanks, I would like to request MGR Wasir Majumdar, Director of FBCCI, to take his place in the dais. I would now like to request our guest of honor of today's session, His Excellency Mr. Karma Dorji, Honorable Minister of Industry, Commerce and Employment, Royal Government of Bhutan, to take his seat in the dais. As our chief guest of today's session, we have Mohammad Mahbub Ali, Minister of Civil Aviation and Tourism. I would like to request him to take his seat in the stage. Thank you. I would now like to hand over the mic to our session chair, keynote speaker and moderator of today's session, Mohammad Mukammal Hussain, for his presentation. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency M. Mahbub MP, Honorable Minister, Minister of Civil Aviation and Tourism, Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh. Honorable Guest of Honor, His Excellency Mr. Karma Dorji, Honorable Minister, Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Employment, Royal Government of Bhutan. We have our panelists today here in the dais, His Excellency Gayasham Vandari, Ambassador of Nepal to Bangladesh, Dhaka. We have with us H.M. Hakim Ali, President of BIHA and Chairman Agrabad Hotel. Ms. Afsia Saleh, Managing Director, Bengal Group of Industries. Ms. Rehnuma Salam Khan, Deputy Director, Bangladesh Tourism Board. We have with us MD Jiaul Haq, Howladar, Head of PR, Bangladesh Porjodan Corporation. Amjad Hussain, Director, Federation of Business of Chamber of Commerce and Industries. And Mr. Wasim Majumdar, Director, FBCCI. Journalists from print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and very good afternoon to you all. At the outset, I would like to start by paying my sincerest tribute to the greatest Bengali ever born, the supreme leader of the independence, the father of the Bengali nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. I pay my tribute to all the martyrs of 15th August 1975, including Bangamata Begum Fazilatunisa Mujib. I pay my tribute to the 3 million martyrs who sacrificed their lives for our independence and to the 200,000 our mothers and sisters who sacrificed their esteem for our liberty. Ladies and gentlemen, we have very important panel discussions today on market readiness of opportunity for foreign direct investment in tourism industry of Bangladesh. You know, Bangladesh is rich with all the components of tourism. So there are a lot of potentials for flourishing the tourism industry, which could really help Bangladesh to go ahead and become a smart Bangladesh by 2041. And then we need the foreign direct investment and the private sector investment for the flourishing of this tourism industry. So today, I would like to focus on the Bangladesh tourism as the crouching tiger and market readiness for the tourism industry, foreign direct investments, benefits and opportunities, public-private partnership-driven development, and tourism in Bangladesh, a new era, where we are going and how the foreign investors could be attracted to invest here in Bangladesh, the beautiful Bangladesh, and the country brand name Mujib's Bangladesh. After the pandemic, actually, everything turned in a normal way, and the tourism sector has become strongly to be flourished. In Bangladesh, we have seen during the pandemic, there is a lot of domestic tourists. Now we are looking for our inbound tourism. And then, having learned from the global experiences, we would like to take our tourism sector in a new height. Tourism is a very important sector for the emancipation as well as for the development of the country. Bangladesh is rich, as I mentioned, the natural and cultural richness, and there are diversity of our natural resources as well as cultural diversity. In 2019, the contribution to the GDP was about 3%, and employment direct contribution 1.85 million, and the amount of visitor export, that is USD 333 million. And tourism not a single industry, it is the cluster or collection of sub-sectors. In our 2022 industrial policy, we have given the importance on 12 sectors, especially on tourism, transports, accommodations, recreation, education, media, and publication, technology, and others. So we are hoping, we have been formulating our master plan for tourism, where we have estimated about 72 lakh 85,000 jobs will be created in this sector. Here we are considering Bangladesh as a crouching tiger. Our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina mentions like, quote, the government has been investing in infrastructure, promoting entrepreneurship, and upskilling the workforce with vision of becoming an advanced, prosperous nation and being a smart Bangladesh by 2041. All these initiatives have built a strong foundation for a new era of tourism. Now Bangladesh is ready and open to receive foreign direct investment and more private sector investment to flourish the tourism sector to an international standards. We have untapped economic potentials in the tourism sector. Bangladesh has huge untapped potentials to increase the GDP contribution from tourism sector. It's from 3.04% to global rate of 10%. According to the situational analysis by the experts of the master plan, who have been actually formulating the master plan of Bangladesh tourism, the untapped economic potentials of tourism sector at current GDP level is 32.5 billion US dollars. According to World Bank and BBS, Bangladesh is the fastest growing economies in the world, and it will become 9th largest consumer market by 2030. The middle and affluent class will grow by 34 million by 2025, who can be the potential clients of domestic tourism. All these macroeconomic indicators ensures the untapped economic potentials of tourism, which can be attained with proper implementation of the master plan, along with necessary FDI and private sector investments. Now, diverse tourism offerings. Bangladesh is blessed with a huge range of diversity in tourism sector. It has enormous richness from archaeological and historical attractions to rural tourism, ecotourism, and community-based tourism, blue tourism, MICE, that is meetings, incentives, conference, and exhibitions, and many more. Our country is blessed with the longest sandy sea beach in the world, largest mangrove forest, UNESCO heritage sites, amazing hills, beautiful tea gardens, rivers, and ethnic and cultural diversity. Thus, Bangladesh has the capacity to address different types of tourism based on different choices of tourists. We have formulating the master plan. It is at the final stage. So we have the stakeholder consultations all over the country to formulate the master plan of our tourism. Previously, it was haphazardly organized. Now, through the master plan, we will have our organized way to develop the tourism sector. To increase significantly the GDP contribution to the tourism sector through effective sectoral plan, along with FDI and PPP, the Minister of Civil Aviation and Tourism is finalizing the tourism master plan. The tourism master plan included regional plans with zoning, clusters, product development plan, architectural plan, investment and financing strategy, along with promotion and marketing strategy. The tourism master plan has 8 regional plans based on geographical features, 53 clusters, from which 19 clusters have been prioritized for first phase of implementation. The tourism master plan has also included 10 development projects to initiate immediate implementation of the master plan based on government's priorities with huge potentials of profitability. The government is now requesting investors of the tourism sector of the world to invest in Bangladesh and support to improve the tourism sector into an international standards with local specialists. The following 4 slides I will show you just give snapshots of the clusters and how we plan to transform the total tourism sector of Bangladesh into a global attraction. These clusters have included all sorts of tourism, from archaeological to natural, from river to blue tourism, from MICE to adventure tourism. Here is the 4 clusters you see northwest of Bangladesh. The product mapping has been done, Rangpur, Bogora, Rajshahi. These are the things, important tourism attractions. Then north-south side, Mymensingh, Borisals, we have the Sundarbans, Kuakata, Monpura, like that. And then northeast, the Tangwar Haur, which is also UNESCO World Heritage, Sylhet, Srimangal, Dhaka, Kumilla. And then southeast, we have Rangamati, Thanchi, Cox's Bazar, Teknaf. Now, the remarkable progress in connectivity and energy sector. I will discuss on this. This is very much important for flourishing the tourism industry. The remarkable achievements of Bangladesh in the infrastructure connectivity, including regional connectivity and energy, have already set a strong foundation for boosting the tourism sector. The Padda Bridge, which has been built by our own source, the metro rail, the elevated expressway, the 3rd terminal of Hajrat Shahjahan International Airport, the international airport at Cox's Bazar, Rupur power plant, and Rampal thermal power plant are among those accomplishments. Now I will focus on the next 2 slides about the ongoing reforms and transformations of Bangladesh in the tourism sector. These include simplified visa applications. So it is been done. We will have our e-visa soon. One-stop service, which the One-Stop Service Act has been enacted by BIDA, and increasing market visibility through effective and rigorous promotional activities. We have been doing the market research and market promotion, taking with our immense publicity through our missions abroad. And then with the help of public-private partnership approach, the specialized financing will be possible for large-scale infrastructural developments. The interministerial collaboration will be strengthened with effective governance mechanism. The government is also focusing on creating world-class international gateway infrastructures, for example, international airports, to support the implementation of the master plan. Now, foreign direct investment. Now I will highlight to all of you why you will invest in the tourism sector of Bangladesh. Bangladesh is enjoying a significant increase in the domestic tourism for last decades. You know, during the COVID-19, it was lockdown, we have so many outbound tourists from Bangladesh, and they did not have any opportunity to visit, so they have visited all over Bangladesh. So we have our domestic, very strong tourism available here in Bangladesh, and it happened even in the COVID period after withdrawal of the lockdown. As I mentioned, huge flow of domestic tourists in all possible tourist destinations of our country revived the sector tremendously. Bangladesh is also enjoying the demographic dividend which means the share of the working group is highest among the population. This is also blessings to utilize these huge human capital into tourism sector, since it is a labor-intensive sector. The long and persistent political stability, including macroeconomic stability, ensures Bangladesh as a safe and profitable place for investment, especially in the tourism sector. Under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Bangladesh has been growing faster, and last 14 years, it is a real development scenario all over Bangladesh. And you see, the GDP has been enormous development from 72 billion to over 400 billions. Our per capita income has increased from $550 to $2,824. We have our poverty rate decreased from 41 to 20%. Huge economic and social development has been happened during this period. And this is possible for a continuous, the stable government. The continuous increasing rate of foreign remittance also create a great cushioning of the economy and reduce the risk levels. With all these positive and favorable indicators, new international hotel chains are opening their branches in Bangladesh. So we can see that we have all the positive and favorable indicators to invest in the tourism sector. So I would like to invite you to please come and invest in tourism sector in Bangladesh. We know that FDI comes with FDI comes with additional benefits, including technical knowledge, international. We all know technical knowledge, international best practices, global standards, product planning and marketing, better understanding of the source market, improvement in client management process, and above all, improve the knowledge sharing and capacity development of local products as per international standards. So Bangladesh welcomes these additional benefits along with FDI. Bangladesh government has also identified development projects under the PPP approach, where we are looking for extensive FDIs and private sector investments. So next 2 slides, next 12 slides, I will try to brief about the representation of such development projects with public-private approach. This includes Kuakata Integrated Resort Zone projects. We have Podda Bridge Resort Zone project, and then Shahpurir Deep Tourism Park, Najir Tech Tourism Zone project, Shompur Mahabihar Tourism project. We have Shalbon Bihar Heritage project, Heritage Circuit Shalbon Bihara, Heritage Circuit Shalbon Bihara. We have Lawachhara Tea Estate Tourism Park, Tanguar Haur, which is our UNESCO Heritage, Tanguar Haur Tourism Complex project, Sundarban Kalabogi project, then Poddachar Tourism Park project. Our Honorable State Minister was telling today that this could be arranged, this type of seminars near the Podda Bridge. We have a real opportunity there to build the tourism sector, as well as some opportunities for investing FDI there. In these projects, we are expecting matching investments from FDIs. Now, the following 2 slides, let us see a quick understanding what we have planned to do in these tourist destinations, how much government is going to invest, and how much we need to FDIs or private investments. Like Shalbon Bihar Shompura, we have 14 million plan. We have in our master plan, we have indicated that 4 million from GOB and 10 million from FDI. special tourist zone in Lawachara, Tangor, Haur, 65 million. We have estimated 1.5 million from government side and 65 million from FDI. Poddachar, 135 million FDI. So like this, our Kuakata Podda Bridge, Shaporidip, we have our estimations like this, the huge opportunity for the foreign investors. So FDI has a great role to play to develop these tourism sectors. Now, tourism. We are entering a new era of tourism. We have in the final stage of formulating our master plan, as I mentioned. So we have adopted the master plan of tourism along with structural plan and investment with promotion and marketing. The Industry Policy 2022 welcomes FDI and tourism sector as third priority sector. We have a good number of non-resident Bangladeshis all over the world who are encouraged to investment in tourism sector. Also, we have over 10 million Bangladeshi workers working in abroad, and the foreign remittance could be tapped in tourism sector. Matching FDI and GOB investments to implement international standard tourism products. And the demographic dividend, the huge existing youth force who could be the important factor for flourishing the tourism sector of Bangladesh. Now I am coming at the conclusion of my presentation. My final statement would be the dream and the global of the Bangladesh, dream and the goal of the Bangladesh government to transform the country into one of the tourist attraction destinations of the world. To achieve the goal, which is very much possible to attain, we need the support of FDIs and private investment. I'm sure and optimistic that you will continue to support us towards achieving our goals. I'm confident that the crouching tiger of the tourism sector will take off along with partnerships and supports from all of you. Your participation in our development efforts will help us to fulfill our goal of becoming a developed nation, which is the dream of our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the Sonar Bangla, the Golden Bangladesh, and the target of our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina of becoming a smart Bangladesh by 2041. And on this, we have given our country brand name, considering the tourism country brand is Mujib's Bangladesh. You know, father of the nations, his image is worldwide. So we are using this country brand name, Mujib's Bangladesh, for our tourism development. So thank you all. Thank you very much. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu. May Bangladesh live forever. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see my last slide. There is a ray for the tourism sector. So we are seeing the ray. We hope it will be flourish in future. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mukammal Hussain, for your keynote presentation. I would now like to request you to take your seat in the dais and start our panel discussion for today's session. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We have our panelists here. I find left to right. So I would request Mr. Hakim Ali, Chief Executive Officer, Hotel Agrabad. Could you brief on how is Chittagong's tourism sector expected to develop in coming years in line with expected development of Chittagong Port and nearby special economic zones? Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. Good evening. First of all, I would give my resignation. I am the president of Bangladesh International Hotel Association and many other organizations in tourism industry. So, Honorable Chief Guest, Minister for Civil Aviation Tourism, Mr. Mahbub Ali. Then we have Mr. Sharma from Bhutan, Honorable Minister, our Honorable Secretary, Mr. Mukammal Hussain, and other panelists. I have been asked about Chittagong, and I believe who are here, all of you know what is Chittagong or where Chittagong is. Chittagong is the second largest city in Bangladesh, and it